Monday, April 8, Switzerland will be the first to report important economic developments. At 8:45 a.m., the unemployment rate report is expected. It reflects the share of the unemployed population that, in the reporting month, was looking for a job and could start working immediately. A rise in unemployment could have a negative impact on the Swiss franc exchange rate. At 9 a.m., Germany will present its industrial production report. The report reflects the monthly output in the industrial sector of this country in the estimated month compared to the previous month. This indicator is one of the key indicators of economic development. The growth of industrial production may favorably affect the euro. Tuesday, April 9. On Tuesday at 4:30 a.m., Australia will publish Now Business Confidence. The index is calculated based on the results of a business survey conducted by the National Australia Bank among hundreds of local companies. It reflects the expectations of business representatives about the business conditions for 3 months ahead. The index value above zero can positively affect the Australian dollar. At 9:45 a.m., France will report the trade balance. The index shows the difference between exports and imports of all goods and services in the country for the reporting month. A positive value of the balance indicates a trade surplus, while a negative value indicates a trade deficit. A higher than expected value of the indicator may have a positive impact on the euro exchange rate. Wednesday, April 10. On April 10th, New Zealand will announce an important economic event. At 5 a.m., the country's Reserve Bank will release its interest rate decision. The regulator's interest rate is the rate at which it lends to commercial banks. It is also one of the main monetary policy tools through which the authorities regulate the strength of the currency. An increase in the interest rate could have a positive impact on the New Zealand dollar. Canada will also be at the center of the attention of market participants. At 4:45 p.m., the decision on interest rates in the country will be announced. This is the main instrument of inflation regulation, which is realized by the Bank of Canada. The rate change leads to short-term volatility in the Canadian dollar. If the rate rises, it favorably affects the national currency. Thursday, April 11. At 4:30 a.m., China will publish the Consumer Price Index. The report reflects the change in the price level of consumer goods and services from the perspective of households. The index is calculated based on a survey of more than 88,000 retail outlets in 500 cities and villages in 31 provinces in China. The rise in the Consumer Price Index has a positive impact on the yuan. At 3:15 p.m., the European Central Bank will announce the decision on new interest rates. In addition to the deposit rate, the regulator's key interest rates also include the refinancing rate and the margin lending rate. A decrease in the interest rate negatively affects the price of the single currency, and vice versa. If the regulator raises the refinancing rate, it always raises the euro. Friday, April 12. South Korea will be in the center of traders' attention at the end of next week. On April 12 at 4 a.m., the Bank of South Korea will approve the interest rate. The decision is made at meetings of the regulator's Monetary Policy Council and is published immediately after the meeting. The interest rate settlement is among the country's most important economic events. A rate hike leads to an appreciation of the South Korean won, while a downgrade leads to a depreciation. At 9 a.m., the UK will report the GDP growth rate. The indicator reflects the value of all goods and services produced in the country in the reporting month compared to the previous month. The calculation takes into account all the costs of goods produced and services provided in the UK economy. GDP growth may have a positive impact on the pound.